I'm here with Beth Typhair today. Beth became a client of mine. She was looking for help with panic attacks that she was having. So Beth, why don't you tell people what was happening to you? And by the way, this is 1 week after Beth's first session. We just completed the second session, right?
For at least 6 years, I've had daily panic attacks to the point that I can't work. When I was working, to be able to cope with my anxiety attacks, I'd have to lay on the floor to get the cold to help ground me. So I've pretty much had panic attacks every day for 6 years, and I've had lots of therapy. I've done other modalities, but nobody ever. I've heard lots of information on how to handle panic attacks, and I've had the knowledge, but nobody showed me how to actually do it. And it wasn't until I came here that I've been able to learn how to do that. And since I came here, I haven't had a panic attack all week. I've been able to go 24 full hours feeling amazing from sunup to sundown without dread and without having to worry that an attack's right around the corner.
Okay, so you've had a panic attack literally every day for 6 years.
Yes.
And now you've had 0 panic attacks since first session.
Right.
You remember me telling you in the first session that you're not having panic attacks anymore?
Yeah, I really didn't believe
it. I know. I said it to you, and I saw that look on your face, and look on your face was like, is this guy for real?
Yeah, I was like, there's just no way, because I've had them every single day, like clockwork. And
yeah, and so the interesting thing that you just brought up is you know how you were creating them. You've had lots of therapy.
Yes.
I didn't teach you anything new as far as the fight or flight response and
No.
all that stuff. This was all, we went through it lightning fast because you kept finishing my sentences. So you've been shown this stuff before. The missing piece for you is, well, what do I do about it?
Yes, I didn't, especially in the moment. When you're in the moment of a panic attack, you can't always think clearly. So you need to have the ability and the skills, and not just the knowledge, but be shown how to handle it.
To shown how to handle it,
yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so let's do this, okay? Why don't we do another video after your final session, which will be sometime a couple of months into the future. And so that way people who watch this that are interested, they can track your progress.
That sounds good.
Because this is really new. This has only been literally 7 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's great news, but we want to make sure that the change sticks.
Right.
And that's one of the questions I get from people all the time, which is, it sounds great, but how do I know that this is actually going to be a permanent solution?
Right, not just a couple weeks of...
Yeah. And you're thinking differently, right? And
yes.
As long as you're interpreting information the way that you are now, you won't create panic. If you go back and you start to, you get rid of the filter that we've placed there and you put the old filter back, and then you start interpreting information based on the old filter, well, then you're going to get the old results.
Right.
Right? As soon as you start doing something different, you start getting different results.
And this week has been so amazing and such a relief. One I didn't know if I'd ever get. I didn't know if I'd ever get relief from my panic attacks.
Yeah, and that was the impression I had of you when you came to me, was that it was like a last resort, and you figured, well, odds are this guy's not going to be able to help me.
I was throwing anything at the wall, and I was like, I'm willing to try it. I'm open-minded about it, and I would do anything to have my life back.
Well, you just keep doing the mental exercises that I've taught you on a daily basis, and the results are just going to get better and better. That's for sure. All right, good. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And we'll do a follow-up video in a couple months.
Okay, sounds great.
Great.